Welcome back to this tutorial. In this training, we are going to be discussing about troubleshooting common Microsoft Intune issues. If you are working as an IT system administrator, managing client devices, definitely you are going to encounter issues. One of the advantage of Microsoft Intune is you can actually use Intune at any given time to actually troubleshoot your devices and actually generate reports to see which device have a specific issue. So for example, if I go to my dashboard, here on my dashboard, first of all, you can get a glance if there are any issues with, for example, your compliances, device configuration, or device enrollment. You can see, for example, we have device configuration. It says policies with error or conflict. So now we can decide to click on that and check which of this device is giving, which of the policy is giving error. So we can see it says device with error. So here is the policy that I created, the configuration policy that I created that's actually giving that error. So we can actually check and see. So it says, you can see one, it says the user principal name. If I click on that, we can actually see a lot of succeeded, but here we can actually just scroll down to see which of the error. Okay, here we can see we have hypervisor enforced code integrity error. Well, this is actually a virtual machine, so probably it is possible to see such error. Well, that shouldn't be any issue because we can see a lot of succeeded and just that hypervisor error message. Here we go, and enable virtualization based security. So because this I'm using a virtual machine for this training purpose, definitely you may see something like this. So if I go back again to my devices, here on my device, you can see we can also see, for example, configuration policy assignment failures. We can see non-compliant devices. So all devices are currently compliant. Well, I only have just one device here. So definitely I may not see that error, but we can see with that we have one configuration policy error message. So if I go to monitor, here on that monitor, you can see a lot of reports we can actually check to see if there are any issues. For example, we can see device with restricted apps, or we can see driver update policies with alert, enrollment failure. I can actually click on that to see refresh. We see we don't have any enrollment failure at the moment. So here we can actually see, for example, non-compliant devices. We can check if a device is not compliant. So you're going to get all the devices that are not compliant, and you can even export them as well. For example, if I scroll down again and check, we don't have any autopilot devices, policies with non-compliant and error devices. We can also check on that and see. You can see we have one error device. And also, sometimes you may have issues whereby your devices or a specific device is not receiving a policy that has been deployed to that device or to specific devices. So maybe a specific device is not receiving that policy. What we can actually do is to go to devices, Windows device, and in that device we can click on that device, and here, for example, I can say sync. By clicking this sync, what is going to happen is will attempt to check in with this device. So if successful, it will sync current action. So if you deploy a policy to all your devices, it takes time for that policy to be deployed. I think some minutes, about 3 or 5 minutes. But if you click sync, it takes immediate effect for the policy to be deployed. So I can click yes, and that policy will be deployed. And if no user is actually log on to that device, or if a user is logged on to that device and you've informed that user that, well, I'm going to restart your device, you can actually restart the device from Intune. Why is it also good to restart the device from Intune, or than allowing the user to restart the device himself? By restarting the device from Intune, it gives you the ability to say, well, there is a connection between Intune and our device. Because if I click, for example, I click restart and I say yes, so it says restart initiated. And now if I go back again, here we have that device. So let me just go to the device. Here we have the device. Okay, let me try to log onto this device. So here we have the device, and again, this device, because I've actually initiated that reboot, so it will take some minutes, and then the initiation, then I'll receive a kind of a message, a pop-up message, which says your device will restart in probably 60 seconds. So it's going to take some time. And again, the user will have all the opportunities to actually close all applications and devices on that device. So here we go. You can see right now it says your device administrator has scheduled a reboot. You're about to be signed out. So which means this device is going to restart in no time. So mind you, it takes about maybe probably 2 to 3 minutes when you initiate the reboot for the reboot to take effect. So I can click close. So by clicking close, which means that your device will restart in no time. So probably you want to make sure that every single program that are open on that device is closed. So you will need to advise the user to close all programs open on that device. So let's go back again to our Intune. And apart from that, you can see it says device action status. You see restart pending, locate device pending, collecting diagnostic complete. And also, for example, if I go to recovery key, here we can see the recovery key. You can actually show the recovery key. We can see the recovery key of this device because BitLocker has been configured on that device using the Microsoft Intune as well. And again, if I decided to just click here, close, and then go back again to report, like we did, I did a video on reports on how to actually generate reports on Microsoft Intune for your devices or for users or devices that are not compliant. You can see we have a lot of reports we can actually generate for our environment. So you can generate reports for devices that are not compliant, for device configuration policies, for Windows updates, firewall, Microsoft Defender, antivirus, and even endpoint analytic. So you can actually generate all these reports. And again, if for example your device is having any issues, you can actually troubleshoot your device specifically by doing the following. So let's just wait for our device to restart, and then let me take you to my Windows 11 operating system to show you where we can actually get some log files on that device. So let's go to our Windows 10, our Windows 11 device. And in our Windows 11 device, let me maximize this. So here we can actually go to File Explorer. So in File Explorer, let's go to this PC and then click our local drive. Here we have our program data. So if you're not seeing this program data, what you need to do is to go to View and then click View, then click Show, and you want to show the hidden item because you can see it just disappear. So the hidden items are actually programs that you don't want to delete from your device. So let's go to Program Data. And from program data, let's go to Microsoft. And here we need to go to, let's say we have the Intune management extension, and then we have our log file. You can see we have a lot of log. If I, for example, app workload. So you can actually see, for example, checking side CSP provider status. So this will actually give you a kind of idea if something is wrong with your device. You can actually client health. You can actually check if there are any red error message showing here for you to be able to check and verify what the problem is with your device. We can also see we have the health script and the Win32 app inventory. So we can actually click on that as well and check if we have any error message. You can see some yellow warning message, but for the rest, we don't have any red error message. And also, you know, I've already configured a group policy to automatically register my device in Intune. Sometimes your admin, the administrator who configured that policy, there may be some devices which are not enrolling in Intune. So I want to give you a specific tip. You know, I've seen this in the past. When you try to enroll a device or you log on to that device with a specific user name, mind you, that user must have the Microsoft Intune license, which means the user must have a license that allows him or her to use Microsoft Intune. If not, the device may not get registered in Intune. It may be an hybrid device, which of course the device is registered in Azure Active Directory, but not in Intune. So you'll be seeing it in Azure Active Directory, but you will definitely not see that device in Intune. It will just show manage, then it will not be Intune or MD, like the mobile device management. And one other thing you want to do again is the following. If, for example, we go to, I'm going to search for the company portal. Let's see, we have the portal. Let's see, portal. Okay, I've not installed the company portal on this device yet. But if, for example, you have issues or you want to actually download and install the company portal on this device, you will need to go to the Microsoft Store. Here we can just type, for example, I can just enter and just type the company portal. Here we go, you can see we have the company portal app, and then we can now click on it and then click get to install it. But mind you, when you download it and it got installed on your device, you still need to register you still need to actually register your account, because and again, your account should have the Microsoft Intune license. If not, it is not going to work. Here we go, you can see it says the company portal is installed, so I can just click open to open it, and then we can start the installation, we can start the configuration process of the company portal. So, but sometimes you may want to use kind of a single sign-on to actually configure your company portal if you've already signed into the device using that account. So let's just hold on for this to get configured. You can see that every configuration I made from the Intune portal is being configured. You can see the green background and also the Kelv Global City, and it's using a kind of a single sign-on to configure everything for me without me doing any other configuration. For example, we can decide to go to app, but this is going to take some time for all the app that has been deployed to be listed here. So let's just wait for this and see what we got. So if I check apps at this moment, you can see there is no apps because I've not deployed any apps to my environment. So here we can just click the download updates. Download and updates. You can see there are no updates available, but sometimes updates have already been pushed to this device, so it may take some time for the update to be available, or if new updates are available, they are going to be displayed here. Because if I go to updates, let me just go to update, check for updates. You can see at this moment it says Windows update settings are managed by your organization. So you can't check for update because it has already been blocked, that every update will be not download or update available will be actually pushed through Microsoft Intune and not downloading it direct from the internet, from Microsoft website through the device. You see this, by this moment there are no updates are available, and if I click device here we can see the device. So we can also go to help and support. You can also upload logs, request help for the problem you are experiencing in company portal. We will send logs to Microsoft, but this one is just the logs that will be sent to Microsoft. And sometimes for the IT help desk, you can get some valuable information here available, which of course you can send that information. You can call the IT help desk, you can send an email to your IT help desk to help you resolve some issues.